What's good, everybody? How are we doing? Oh, there we go. There's my. Let's start this thing now. Alarm. So, how we doing? I don't know if anybody's watching right now, but you are with the Mad Professor in session number 2 of Multiversity 808, University to Multiversity, playing for Preferred Futures. We're going to start off reviewing the syllabus, and if any of our participants ended up doing any of that homework that was assigned here last week, we can share some of those other 10-week plans. However, I actually need to run and use the restroom, so probably not the best way to start off a stream, but you know, when duty calls. For those of you watching now, if you want to try downloading Firestorm and the OS grid, we're going to be doing some stuff in OpenSim today. So search Firestorm viewer, and this is the best way to do that. So download and install if you want to join us on OS grid. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in, and let's see. Okay, and I will be back shortly. I'm going to show you how to embed a stream of a view in Second Life when we get back. Or Second Life in OpenSim. It basically all works the same though. Hello! Let me re-plug myself in here. I think we still just have one viewer, and I think I know who you are. Nobody wants to do anything on the chat. Maybe somebody's downloading the Firestorm viewer. I was hoping to get a guide. To prepare for some of this stuff, but since we're going to be jumping in and out of so many environments, maybe it's best that I'm just demoing it now instead of trying to meet everybody. So, here we are in Second Life. Or actually, sorry, this is OpenSim. And I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. So this is by the College of Education here at UH Manoa in the Learning Design and Technology program. Dr. Peter Leong and others in that program have done a lot of work creating this little space. It's a replication of the space that they had in Second Life, which you can port things back and forth between the two pretty easily. But they were no longer able to afford the rent for the virtual real estate in Second Life, and so everything is migrated to this OpenSim campus. It looks like some of the stuff from my participation in that course is still up. I wasn't so sure it would be. So that's cool. So this is a slideshow of a design document for a game that I made. You can view the whole slideshow here. So that's cool. I'm going to show you how to embed something like this, and what I'm going to do is actually create a new platform over here on the other side of the old Diamond Head crater. And what I'm going to do is create a screen where people can view this broadcast from within OpenSim. Now, originally I was setting this up because I was going to bring my projector and have the screen projected in the background, but alas, it was too much to do in a day. So we'll try that next time. For now, however, let's see if I can remember how to build. So I'm going to click build up here. Let's see. Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make this screen bigger, and we'll go back to the syllabus in a second once I get a little bit more set up here. Okay. So if I click build, Control B, that brings up the build menu. Now this is pretty simple to create stuff. So let's see if I can remember. Okay, there we go. I just summoned a block. Now if I click these different pieces, these allow me to move the item, the object, along a different axis. And if anybody who was going to join me right now, or while I'm in OpenSim in this session or later, I could teleport you to where I am at the Hawaii College of Education, but I would not be able to give you build permissions because I'm not the owner of this parcel, but so I cannot give others permissions, but I do have my own build permissions here still from taking the Authoring Virtual Learning Environments course with Dr. Peter Leong. I highly recommend taking a course with if you get a chance. Okay, so I'm trying to edit this still. Oh, and if you see that, if I hold down my middle mouse button, my avatar is speaking, and this is a location or a proximity based mic. So if your avatar was close enough to me in game here, or in this virtual environment, if you don't want to call it a game, you could hear me. But if you were too far away, such that your avatar could not feasibly hear me, then you would not be able to hear me. So this is really cool technology for simulating encounters. So I just want to create a platform out of this. So in order to resize it, okay, I hold shift. If I hold shift, oh no, that's duplicating it. Let's see, how do I resize it? Stretch, control shift. So let's see, let's delete some of these. So if I click it, left click, and then just press delete on the keyboard, that'll delete it. Because I only need one of them. Okay. So control shift allows me to stretch it. So this is going to be the platform for our Indie Media Center, which I want to dedicate to the protectors on Mauna Kea, and we can start to use this as a place to showcase different media. See how long it lasts. Let's see, edit. Control shift, I want it bigger. It doesn't have to be huge to begin with, but it's gotta be able to hold some people. I'm using the middle scrolling button on my mouse to zoom back. Also, if anybody watching, if you could let me know if my audio is okay in the chat, just say audio good or not. Can you hear me? Is my audio okay? I'm going to look on my phone here to see if you are responding in the chat. Because right now I don't have my multiple monitors set up, so I have to look on the phone to look at the chat. Okay, I don't see anything in the stream chat, so I'm not sure if my audio is good. Hopefully it is. Okay, oh, it's good. Okay, so that's good enough for now. Now we're going to create a new object, which will be and we're just going to make this be a nice surface. Viewing screen. Remember how to add a hyperlinked surface object, features, texture, content. Texture. Let's see, I'm going to go over to my other object and see if I can use that as a guide for how to do this. So this is where they hold virtual graduation, by the way. Pretty cool stuff. This is a whole survived and punished exhibit that I set up to bring some light to the sister struggles here. Check that out, survivedandpunished.org if you want to know more. Right now I'm just coming over here to edit this object to see how I did this, because I don't remember. Oh wait, actually I have a better example over here, I think. Oh, there was a video on the screen. Is it still there? So I'm trying to create something like this over there, but I want to embed the URL for my Twitch stream. So I'm trying to use this as a guide for how to do that without looking up a tutorial. It's been a while since I've done this, but it's pretty simple. So I thought features, texture. Okay, I think this is it. Do a Fulbright texture. Okay, that's my first alarm. That means we're supposed to be moving on from covering the syllabus into Fallout. But right now we're setting this up. Okay, I think we're just gonna, I'm gonna have to surrender to my lack of knowledge here and look up a tutorial, because apparently I don't remember how to do this. So it is definitely on that wall. It's like a screen. I can move it. Is it a script? Here, I'm going to copy it to my inventory. Google it is. Let's see. Website. See. This is a strange form. This is too much. It's much simpler than that. Okay, I actually have to be able to figure this out. There's a very simple thing somewhere in here. So let's just look through it step by step. So this is the moving of the object. So we're in the editing. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Link, unlink. No. No, that's linking it to different objects, not to a website, which is what we're trying to do. Okay, so there is script, but when I tried copying the script from this item, it wasn't doing anything. This is not what we want. Media. This is, I think, what we want. Latter part of this article. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I was taking Google away. So we should be able to use this similar idea here to have a URL. Okay, yeah, so this is different. But it should. Okay. Okay, so this is what we want to, these instructions that we want to follow. I'm going to actually add this as a resource to the syllabus to be organized later. So we first create a box and resize it as dimensions of your presentation. That's generally what we already did. And then textures versus SLSM, pros and cons. So we don't want to use, I think we want to use SLSM, what's that? Second something? Oof, costs money in second life. So this is essentially a website now. I can actually navigate this website on the viewer here. It's kind of clunky. Show you. Oh, did I switch the view? Sorry. There we go. Okay. No, I don't want to edit it. I just want to interact with it. Ooh, this is so clunky. Okay, so if I edit it, I can drag it down. And of course, I can only edit this particular object because I made it. That's why I can edit it. I want to resize it. 9gag.com is, or how that came up, but twitch.tv/mad. Okay, so this might be a trip. We'll see if it works. We're gonna see if we can view this broadcast on here. Now what I want to do with that other one that I'm setting up is, oh wow, it's working. I want to set up another one over at the Media Center, this new Indie Media Center platform, so that it automatically will take the viewer to the stream, and then we can find different people who are streaming around right now, especially around Mauna Kea protection. Sorry for this advertisement. See, and there we are. Oh wow, that's a trip. So we can set up multiple streams, and people can have kind of physical stalls as different indie media organizations, to give them a sort of virtual, physical, pseudo-physical space to be represented in. But for some reason, I know I'm gonna probably not be nice to myself once I figure out how you actually upload the URL, because I know it's very simple, and for some reason I can't figure that out. But this is what that's gonna look like. Okay. So moving on, that next time, whoever is following along and coming to these weekly casts, I want to start off meeting in OpenSim, because it's free, and we can mess around with some stuff here that'll be really interesting. But now I'm going to move into Fallout and show a little bit of that environment. That's going to be pretty quick, and I'm going to spend more time in some of the other environments, especially the Minecraft Multiversity, because we've been doing a lot of work there. That's kind of a trip. See, the other element was that I wanted to do a live projection onto this screen, but that'll have to wait till next time. I'm just kind of playing around with stuff here and seeing what we can do in terms of virtual environment learning. There's a bunch of stuff up there, really cool projects of other people. I won't show you because it's not my stuff. But if you find your way to the College of Education of the University of Hawaii, in OpenSim, you can take a look around yourself. So we're going to leave this environment now. Quit. There goes that. Yeah, for some reason this tutorial should have answered my question, but I guess I don't have the concentration to read carefully right now. But we'll have that Indie Media Center, and if that's something folks are interested in, especially, get in touch with me about that. So here we are back to the syllabus. Before moving into, we're about to do roughly 15 minutes in each cluster, starting with nuclear age medicines and Fallout, to view the different environments. But just a couple things to emphasize about the syllabus for folks who were not watching last time. This version of the syllabus is totally an open invitation to edit. I haven't noticed anybody making, that means we're supposed to be done with Fallout, but we'll go in there still. This part of the syllabus is meant for anybody who's participating to actively weigh in on. So add to the mana pool here if you can. If you have any particular sources you want to add to this conversation, add to them. And I'll go through this explanation because this is a really key idea, right? Is that instead of beginning our course with a particular selection of what it is we're going to be working with, I'm wanting to say, okay, we have this collective mana pool that goes way beyond. There's way more sources in here, and can be even more than what we would normally consider feasible to cover in a 12-week course together. But the idea is, from university to multiversity, we're not necessarily favoring coherence at the cost of exploration, if that makes any sense. We're wanting to maintain multiplicity in our approach. So the idea of a mana pool is I'm adapting it from Magic the Gathering, which of course gets mana from Olelo Hawaii. Now I would just, in a course with Dr. Heoli Osorio, we were discussing the supernatural is not a very good translation of mana, because it implies something outside of nature, beyond nature, or impossible, and it's really more just like power. So consider this listing of sources that I have curated to begin with as an initial offering of things that we can be drawing on, and where possible I have hyperlinked different sources. If you are particularly interested in a source that you cannot access on your own, let me know and I'll try to get you a copy of it if I can. I'll probably just end up starting a Google Drive for some of those things for folks who are participating, and we can share on there different PDFs and such. Anyways, yeah, think on that a little while. It's worth getting into. And the other key thing of how this is organized is this idea of character creation, open badges, guilds, parties, and questing. So open badges, there's a link up here. Badges. Another one. Oh, good. I think it went away. Oh no, here it is. So we're basically using, creating our own educational pathways or mutual capacitation pathways using open badges. And as I put out the structure for the next 10 weeks, this is some of the content that we'll be getting into further, but I definitely recommend going through the syllabus, pursuing all the different hyperlinks, and coming up with your own idea of how you're going to navigate this course and this content over the next 10 weeks. And then sharing content at, let's see, did I put the Padlet on here? I did. So this is the best place to share content asynchronously. That is when we're not doing these live sessions. On here. Looks like nobody's used this yet, other than me. But if you want to post stuff and you have if you have your own broadcasts that you're doing, other forums that you are just happen to be already going that are on a similar tune to what this course is doing, go ahead, come to this website, padlet.com/listel/MV808, and it's really easy. I posted a tutorial here. You can click this to play the tutorial that teaches you how to use it. But just go ahead and click a post. You can double click anywhere on a blank space, or you can click the add button here, and that will allow you to upload a file, to provide a hyperlink, to provide a Google search, to snap a photo, and you can use hypertext inside of your post too. So like this links to the syllabus, one of the stable versions. So these are all possible things. Whoa. Okay, so that's the basic revisitation of the syllabus. Read the whole thing, email me if you have questions, or better yet, other people might have the same questions you do, so just add them in here. Just highlight the text that you have a question about, do insert, comment. Hi, I have a question about this, whatever, put your comment in. Okay, I resolved it. Hopefully I haven't missed anything that people have put. I haven't seen any changes or any interaction here, but that's one way to do that. Okay, so let's move into Fallout without further ado, since we're running out of time quick. So there is, in fact, let's see, I think I linked it. So if you go here, down to the clusters, this is the order we're going to go in. So this links to Fallout, and the idea was that we might use Fallout New Vegas multiplayer as our classroom. Now, I'm not going to live stream the multiplayer. I got it to work, but last time I tried to stream it, for some reason it wasn't working so well. But I should be able to stream the single player just so you can see how it works. And this is a long-standing game, a genre that has, I think, lost a lot of its value since the first rounds of it. For a good intro to the series, I highly recommend this video here, Why Fallout Isn't Fallout Anymore. This will tell you how this particular gamer thinks that Bethesda totally ruined Fallout. Basically, that instead of being a critique of nuclear warfare in society, Bethesda kind of turned it into a celebration of and kind of trying to sell this idea of an post-apocalyptic nuclear future as somehow fun. That's definitely not what we're trying to do with it in this course. But it certainly is a medium that I find a lot of value in engaging. Let's do this. For meditating on what it means to be in the nuclear age, and we can get into critical media analysis of representations, but we can also try using the virtual environment to role play through different nuclear age problems. There's a lot we can potentially do with this. I'm updating Steam right now, which is the client that I use to launch Fallout New Vegas, for those of you who are not familiar. So, let's see, I'll add a window capture so that you can see my Steam client. Steam. Oh, there we go. Creepy. Let's see, sorry about that. I'm trying to turn the sound down. Okay, let me just go ahead and we'll add a new game capture. capture. Since Fallout is now up. Specific window. And I'm gonna actually have some guests on eventually that will give a workshop on how to use OBS, that's Open Broadcasting Systems, which is the program that I'm narrating myself doing right now. Capture. Okay. Okay, well, it's not showing the launcher, but maybe it will now. Okay, there we go. I finally was able to turn down the settings, but I don't actually see display. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is actually showing though on the broadcast. Oh, it is. That's good. Okay, here we are. So this is Fallout New Vegas. Now the person who is critiquing the series and how it's changed in that video, I believe they had this as a preference of one of the newer part of the Fallout series focuses on this New Vegas theme is interesting, right? So gambling, Russian roulette, nuclear warfare, California New Republic, that's a thing. Jeruvio. My name is Jeruvio. Yeah, it is my name. Options. There's no intersex people here. Sure. This is awful limiting. Hispanic, that's not really a race. It's a funny thing, oh, okay. That's my options. I don't much care for this. Feels like the census. How am I supposed to even play if I can't pick one of these? Caucasian. So who's actually from the Caucasus Mountains that's called Caucasian? So, I'm just gonna keep randomizing this. There we go. Looking really old too. Yep, sure that I want this with my character. Okay, so I'm going to move on pretty quick to the next environment after we see what it's like to walk around here. Let's see. So that's the mechanism that's going to use to have me on bottle caps. So bottle caps are the currency in this game. First aid box, to syringe, water. Rad X, that helps you get rid of radiation. Okay, so now for anybody who ends up joining and doing the online multiplayer version of this, it doesn't have all the full functionality of the single player game, but it does make it so that up to 40 people can play together on that server that creator of the New Vegas multiplayer initiative maintains. So there's other environments I'm more excited about, so I'm going to move on to those for now. But do anybody interested in this particular topic of nuclear age medicines and Fallout, feel free to post onto the Google Doc any questions or research on like actual nuclear age medicine too. What are things that people are using to treat the land and peoples affected by nuclear radiation? You know, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about and get into, and I think would be worthwhile actually engaging with folks who are affected by real life nuclear radiation and issues directly through this, since this is kind of trying to turn that into a bit of a fantasy playground, you know, this game, which can seem kind of messed up if you compare it to people who are actually suffering, but I think it's worth exploring in here. So on that tip, I will throw out effective microorganism soaps and kimchi. Is something I came across with met somebody who moved away from one of the nuclear sites in Japan. And they were mentioning that using effective microorganism soap and eating lots of kimchi was what they were using as medicine, and that was very effective. And they really emphasized that point over and over, that using the soap and the soap going through the drain and treating the water, and using consuming lots of kimchi was part of their bodily treatments. I haven't been able to find any scholarship on this, so this is purely anecdotal. It's a story that I heard from somebody, so I'd be curious if anybody else has anything to share specifically on nuclear age medicines. You know, in this, like, what is, we can use this as a medium to examine that, right? How do I open my inventory? I don't know. Well, anyways, you see this, I picked up, earlier you saw I picked up this Rad-X. You know, what would actually be, I'm curious if any Fallout players have done any of this research. What is actually in Rad-X? You know, what do people take in terms of industrial and industrialized societies, and in the military? What do they take for radiation poisoning? And then what are, you know, the solutions that I mentioned, like kimchi and an effective microorganism soap, other remedies that people talk about, and then of course issues of addressing the power plants and warheads and stuff like that themselves. There's a whole range of topics we can get into here. I linked, actually I'll go to the Google Doc for that. Google. So on here I linked some books on this, and this is particularly interesting on disaster education. So we can engage with nuclear and disaster like narratives and control through schooling, and the kind of hysterical responses, and ways that it's used to kind of manage populations. But then we can also get into actual nuclear medicines. This is view only right now. I'm going to open up all of these sublinks to open editing as well for each of the clusters. And if I haven't opened it up and you're particularly interested in one of the clusters, get in touch and I will do so. Okay, so the next cluster, we're just going to skip to extractivism and worlding in Minecraft, because I already touched on the Sims with OpenSim and Second Life. I haven't opened Second Life, but I will. Okay, we're not going to go in the environment, but I will call your attention to something. Thursdays. So, I highly recommend for those who have the time on Thursdays, check out Abtech Island in Second Life. So, Second Life, let's see, did I link, if you go here, did I link any materials on this? this is, oh, I can add it in on this one because I don't need to be logged in. So this happens on Thursdays. This is a great time. So this is Aboriginal Territories in Cyberspace. They have a place in Second Life, and again, if you learn Second Life, you're learning OpenSim, and vice versa. They function totally the same ways. They just have different infrastructure. OpenSim is more of a networked, decentralized thing where people have to maintain their own servers, and it's a network of servers where people have the virtual worlds themselves. Whereas Second Life, I believe it is all proprietary and owned by Second Life. But they're doing some great work in here, so check this link out for sure. Now let's move into Minecraft. Disappeared off my taskbar. Okay. Minecraft on the way. Yeah, my updater is just, or my Minecraft launcher is just updating. So I do have a few accounts I can potentially share access with for an initial kind of to try out the environment to see if it works for you before you commit to some $28 to buy the game. So OpenSim is free. Second Life is also free. Fallout New Vegas I got on a Christmas special on Steam, and I think that's over, but it currently costs, I don't know, around $20. Minecraft Java is about $28, and with that you get a license for the Minecraft version for Windows 10, which is cross-platform, and so people on Xbox and Nintendo Switch and the mobile versions and the PC and Mac versions can all play together. The server that I'm about to log into, however, is not. Is not accessible on that newer version. This is only Minecraft Java. So that's strange. I don't know what that bar is. But anyways, if you're gonna play on the Minecraft server, this survey would be worth filling out. But here we have a posting on Planet Minecraft. Oh, this launcher updates sure is taking a while. So this tells you a little bit about what we're doing on the server here. I haven't updated this page in a while, but there's a lot of potential really exciting stuff here. And most recently, we've talked about using it as a board game to facilitate board games. That we can actually link our activities and actions and storytelling between Minecraft and Fortnite and other worlds via a slower moving board game, where we can have 3D printed or clay sculpted models of our different game world avatars function on our game board. Well, I don't know who that is. Somebody calling from, says Japan-America 1. I don't know. We'll see if they leave a message. Okay, and Minecraft is now updated. And I am going to go ahead and, oh wow, where is it? That's very strange. So my computer is acting like I have a separate screen connected right now, but I don't. So that's a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna close the window and open it. That will fix the issue. How we doing? Let's see, anything going on in the chat here? Nothing in the chat. Still not one viewer with us, though. That's good news. Okay. Why is this happening? Screen resolution. This is kind of bizarre. There we go. Somehow I restored it. Okay, so I have clicked play on the launcher. Oh, I guess I should let you guys know just how to access this. So this is the server address 8.g.acquiz.net. Okay, it is updating again, but at least my launcher is there. Let's see, I'll add that window so you can see what I'm talking about. Add window capture. Let's see, launcher. Now, what we have been trying to do with this multiversity server is basically use it as a multiversity, use it as the main space that facilitates our multiverse, because we can link to all kinds of different worlds from here. This is a summer project I did with the after-school program that we do through the Academy of Gameful and Immersive Learning Experiences. And this is the Islands Live map. Whoa, what happened to Minecraft? Oh, it's already, okay, it's launching. Responding, but hopefully we're going to be alright. So this kind of covers some of the stuff that we've done. Check out our page here. There's been a couple of times when I accidentally destroyed the multiverse, messing around with the server. And that stuff, for folks interested, I can provide some guidance on how to do server management and stuff. Again, a lot of this stuff I'm teaching as a novice or a journey person at best. I've been dabbling with a lot of these things, and just kind of excited to get into sharing these techniques, developing them further with other people. I don't feel like I need to wait till I have complete mastery of all these tools to start sharing and trying to do exciting stuff with them. Okay, so it looks like it's out. Is it displaying now? So we're going to click multiplayer, and this is this pure BD craft thing. This is a texture pack, so if you go turn this volume down, this is really loud. Music and sounds. Okay, so this BD craft, if you search BD craft, I think it's bdcraft.net, it'll give you a guide to install a certain texture pack. So that's here, resource pack. I have installed this custom resource pack so that my Minecraft version looks all comic-y. I previously used this retro NES one that made it look like that. And most of you, if you're just installing it, you'll just have the default. I will not revert it right now though, because I like this. So this is where we're going to be going. The Academy for Gameful and Immersive Learning Experiences server. If you were trying to join us now, you would not have this on here, so you would go add server. Server name, you can name it whatever you want. And then you're going to put 8.g.acquiz.net. Now we might end up switching the infrastructure so that it's not hosted through acquiz.net anymore, but for the time being, this is how you get here. So 8.g.acquiz.net, added it. Now you can see there's two versions of the same server, so I'll go ahead and join here. And the reason we use Minecraft Java, you'll see soon, is that we're able to do a lot more with server plugins, that a lot of cool stuff for maintaining a virtual community, and specifically a multiversity, a place of study, a multiverse of study in Minecraft. There's a lot more we can do with it using Minecraft Java that we would not be able to do in Minecraft Bedrock, which is the newer edition by Microsoft. So right now it's telling me not responding, but usually it takes a while for me to log in. But it might be a little bit of stress on my computer. We'll see. using the resource pack kind of stresses the game out a little bit more. And streaming at the same time adds to that. And I do have a gaming laptop. It's an Alienware, but it is still a laptop, so that's amazing. Got a cookie in my pocket. That's exciting. Let's see, time check. It's 1:20. Oh, here we are. I want to get through Minecraft, and I still want to visit Destiny, Final Fantasy, and Fortnite. We'll see if we can do all that still. Okay. Well, when I mentioned plugins and how we use Java because it allows us to use all these plugins, this is one of them. It's called Bannerboard, and that allows you to put PNG files and have it display full images. So if I go game mode 1, that'll put me in creative. And now if I middle click, so normally in creative mode, if you click in your middle mouse button on a block, that'll clone that block for you. Spruce planks, stone bricks. Now Bannerboard works by creating a bunch of custom paintings and stacking them together. So normally if I go here, if I go to a painting, here's a painting. Now in regular Minecraft, this is how a painting works. That's a special one that's customized to this texture pack. This texture pack, BD Craft, makes all these custom paintings for the default sets of paintings that are part of Minecraft. But this Bannerboard plugin creates additional custom paintings and maps them together to replicate your image. So there we go. Oh no, it doesn't use. Okay, it uses display boards and a map. So I was wrong. So one of my students actually figured out that you can recreate these images by cloning the map of each tile and putting it on a separate item frame. So I middle clicked on this upper left tile to clone it. Now there's an item frame, and there it is. So you can actually create your own kind of collective puzzle games with this, or different kinds of activities like that if you wanted. We're going to get rid of these. So that's one cool thing. I'm going to take you to the spawn point. Of course, this is my in-world advertisement for this, what you're watching right now. Imagine that. Okay. Experiencing some lag. This is one reason why I'm considering switching from Backliz.net to some more direct high-performance hosting. But this is our spawn point. Spawn point is where you first enter the world. And we have a bunch of different things going on here. So when you first come in, you'll see this, and it greets you. So that custom, that recognizes your avatar's name. There's a little Stargate thing. Some Portal Guardians. Welcome. It says, step on plate for Multiverse Navigator book. I stepped on the plate. It gave me the book. Now if I right click, it opens this for me, and I can actually use this to travel to these different locations in the multiverse just by clicking them. So the bold heading here, spawn of worlds, that's this one world. Then the next bold heading is going to be a different world. And the reason this is called a multiverse server is because it allows you to, there's a plugin that we use, the multiverse plugin, that allows you to have multiple different worlds on the same server. So this Hawaiian Kingdom map, this is actually incorrect. I said it, so I wrote, I need to update this guide because it says 1 to 5 scale. It's actually 1 to 30, which is much different. So I'll take us through a couple of these places. Some of them are custom created worlds that we have done as part of Agile, and some of them are downloaded worlds that I downloaded from other people's projects on Planet Minecraft and then uploaded here, which is really cool. There's some very extensive projects that people have. So this is the jobs leaderboard. So we have a jobs plugin called Jobs Reborn that allows people to get paid for different jobs, and it comes stock with certain default jobs that pay you server money, and you can customize all these different things of how much money and what kind of different tasks, and you can create new jobs beyond the default ones. But the default ones that it comes with are these: builders, brewers, crafters, diggers, enchanters, explorers, farmers, fishers, hunters, miners, woodcutters, and weaponsmiths. And this makes it so that you can profess up to 3 jobs at a time, and you'll get paid money and get level up in skill in these. And so if let's see, I need to go into survival mode so I don't destroy these things. Game mode 0. So I should just be able to left click the bottom sign to join that job, but then it'll tell me, oh, maybe I have to right click it. Yeah, so I'm already in the job builder. You have already joined too many jobs. So when I try to join builder, it'll tell me I'm already a builder. When I try to join brewer, I already have too many because I am currently, let's see, hello. It used to show the jobs next to my name in the chat, but it doesn't. I believe I'm a builder, farmer, and crafter or something like that. But this tells you the #1 ranked person in that job on the server. So I'm #2 builder. I'm the #2 crafter. And the #1 farmer. Yay! Okay, so that's one thing. That's the jobs. Other thing, using the banner board plugin, we can do our kind of use that to create a giant campus planning map is what we've done here. So using a program called GIMP, which is an open source alternative to Photoshop, gimp.org is where you get that. I was able to, and Mineways. So using Mineways, I was able to get the images, the top-down images of this region, and then using GIMP, we are able to edit kind of custom planning areas on and directions on here. So this tells you if you want to participate, you need to contact Jeruviel. So take a book and quill, and you're going to send me a letter with a signed book. So this right here will give you a book and quill, and then you say, oh wait, but what do I actually want to do? Well, let's see, what do they have going on here? Do they have a, let's see, a culinary arts program? Oh, some observatory stuff there, huh? Oh wow, floating island fortress. Find place. fortress. Okay, so let's say I want to participate in the floating island fortress. Hi, Jeruvio. Count me in on the floating island fortress, please. Sign, Jeruvio. Whatever. Now, there's another 15 minutes. We're going to do /mailbox. This is another plugin. This allows you to send mail to other players while they're not online. Send. Well, okay, you cannot send items to yourself. But I can send it to, let's see, I'll send it to one of my other avatars. Agile player. There we go. I just sent that journal to Agile Player 1. Now, I do mailbox open. If I was Agile Player 1, oh, this player mailbox is empty. Well, I don't have anything in my mailbox because nobody's written me anything about the exciting things that they want to build or interact with. But let's go check out some of these places. So you can see these different places that are on this map are actually different areas. So if I go North Multiversity Campus, take me to the spawn point. Oh, that's right here. If I go North Multiversity Campus, take me to Dragon Root Beer. Oh, I guess that's broken. So I need to edit this book. Which actually, I'll go ahead and show you how it is that we do that. So I'm gonna go here. There's a tutorial on a blog that shows you how to use, how to create books. And so when I want to fix this link that's not working, I can go in and kind of edit. Using this book editor tutorial will show you how to do this process. I can go in and edit the book and change it so that that command is fixed. So, well, actually that's worth staying on for a second. So this is, in this tutorial, so next we'll go to the Stardust library where I'll show you some of the books that we've started. We'll eventually make our way over there. But this, when I click this Dragon Root Beer, this is supposed to teleport me over to this root beer float place. But since it didn't work, I'll fix it later. But this is a Dragon Egg in Enterprise. And it's the primary thing that people come here for is to take the portal to the magic store, to do cage fighting, arena battles, and of course for the root beer floats. So this, I have actually set up a shop where I sell $1 root beer floats, and I also sell artisan vegan celebration roast. So to buy stuff, if I type /buy1, and I left click this, buy 1 root beer float. So this is all the money I have from jobs and shops and stuff. Yeah, sure, I'll buy one. Oh wow, this does a lot of really cool stuff. I'll take one of those. And since I'm the person who maintains this establishment, I will actually show you a little secret. Here's how I keep the root beer float thing stocked. I have a secret thing down here.
expenses than for free. And then I charge people $1. I made it as cheap as I could. What are you gonna do? So I'll refill those. This one is currently out. I'll restock this as well. So I'm holding shift and left clicking. That allows me to do this much quicker. Oh, I collected $8 in sales from that shop. Okay. Now, let's get rid of this bed that shouldn't be here. Okay, so this takes you to the magic shop. It's not very built up yet. As you can see, we have a giant wall dedicated to Hecate, the queen of the witches there. And here, for those who save up a lot of money, you can buy a wand. Slash buy one. Oh, that's weird. Why is it showing me the review for it? Oh, because I never collected it. Oh, because I have to click. You have to left click the chest that you're going to buy first. So apparently you can left click a chest that's a shop, go really far away, and then still buy the item. So if I try to buy this, oh, you have insufficient money because it costs $99,999. While over here we have a bunch of spell components. Somebody created treasure maps for some super special weapons and armor that they created. There's some enchanting books, netherwort, sugar, stuff for different spells. So using the route that's part of the portal, you can get back to the inn this way. Let's go ahead and explore some of the other infrastructure. So the Childhood Learning Center, I haven't, that's the big Elmo spot on the planning map. We haven't built anything there yet. It's just marked out. But we do have, let's see, at the campus library. This contains some items. So in here you'll find a mixture of some guides that some of my students created for Minecraft related knowledge. And then I have some Hawaiian Kingdom related stuff. So all about bows. So this was all about bows created by I Love Kittens. If we go here, this tells you how to use how bows work in Minecraft. There's an enchanting guide, a guide to hunting, and over here we have all of the Hawaiian anti-annexation, Hawaiian Kingdom stuff. So actually, while we're on the tip of libraries, I'll take you. Let's go outside here first. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I've been streaming bunk this whole time. There we go, I just got rid of the Google thing. I'm sorry about that. Well, anyways, here is the campus library. It's pretty small right now. But this will take you to a whole different place. So Agile Open Command Book. Let's open that up. What does that do? Command Book. Click here. Okay. Sure. Open this link in the browser. Let's go open. Let's see. I shouldn't have done open in browser because now it's going to use Firefox instead of Google Chrome, and I do not have that set up on the broadcaster. So let's go ahead and copy to clipboard instead. And then I'll just show you right here. So this will take us to the Open Command Book. And here is where we've started using a spreadsheet to build the library of the multiversity. So this is different books and stuff are all here on this tab. books that are suggested that should be added. These are so all of these commands. These are commands that you use in a command block in the game to create the item. So that the command blocks can create all kinds of things in Minecraft. And books are especially valuable to save the commands because it's a tedious process to get a well-formatted and hyperlinked adaptation of a real-world text or internet-based text into a Minecraft book. So to show you a bit of what I mean by that, we'll go back here and we're going to actually go to the Stardust Library. Yeah, I need to fix this book because if you have a word in the book that has a command attached to it that's too close to the arrows that you click to move the pages forward or back, then you can accidentally trigger that command when you're trying to just flip through the pages, which is what I just did. So it brought me to the mining guild instead of opening up this page. And now it's saying no, it's having trouble loading on my end, and I think that's because there's a Beehive Collective mural that it's trying to load. It's a giant PNG file. So since I accidentally came here, I'll show you this. Because this gets at, this setup here gets at some of the value that I see in the Minecraft and extractivism, and why I worded it that way for this cluster. So inside here is a miners guild, right? Their symbol is a pickaxe, and then you have all of these chests. Oh wow, looks like somebody has purchased all of the things that were in here. Let's take a look. So here you can buy all these things. Oh cool, I'm collecting all this money from sales. Look at me. Look at this, preaching against mining, and here I am selling all of these mining implements. Unforgivable. Ladders, mine carts, rails, powered rails. So see, you can buy all this stuff, and this is provided by the Miners Guild. Yet over here, you can see we have on full display the Beehive Collective's True Cost of Coal mural, which if you go to the blog and look through the tutorials page category, you'll see that in there I have linked the original file for this image, as well as a reading order narrative guide that walks you through it. And I'll actually go ahead and pull that up right now, because that is, I believe, a worthwhile endeavor. So we'll go agileXPS.wordpress.com, and then we're going to go down to here. Now this is a really great collective, and the narrative reading order guide is something I highly recommend folks who are going to use Minecraft as an environment for teaching about kind of creating our own worlds, but also with a critical eye to extractivism and mining, and being very real about the destruction that mining and the whole industrial model poses to possibilities of life on Earth. Start with this. So this walks you through the story of the true cost of coal. And now these folks in this collective spend a lot of time interviewing people in all aspects of this struggle in creating this mural. And so each scene in this mural that you can really zoom in on has a particular story, and you don't have to guess what the story is because they've provided you with this guide that tells you what the different aspects of the true cost of coal story are. So check that out if that's something you're into. Okay, 1:45. I've got about 45 minutes left, and I still need to do Fortnite, Final Fantasy, and I think that's it. That's not right. What are we doing? Oh, Destiny. So Destiny will be quick because I don't have Destiny, don't have it installed on my computer right now, so I cannot actually get in all the way. I've been playing on PlayStation 4, but we will touch on that. Oh, and then there's also and somebody mentioned this other game to me, Elite Dangerous, I think it's called, that are potential good games to look at the idea of galactic civilization. You know, most of these games, or I guess all of them, you would say, are not really, they're not created in a paradigm of indigenous game design, I will say. But we use them because they are still useful environments that we can meet and do stuff in. So Elite Dangerous, somebody was telling me about this game the other day. So potentially another one to check out for that cluster. Okay, so back to where we are. Okay, we'll just go to a few more places here, and then we'll move on to the next virtual environment. So we'll start off at the healing center, and then I'll walk over to, now this is totally blank, we started this project, we've initiated a bunch of build spaces and not built them out very much, so this is a potential hospital or healing center or something like that, where we can link different healing knowledges, real life resources on different healing traditions, and where people in-game can also go to get their healing potions and medical services for their avatars. Over here we have the Theater Guild, experiencing a bit of lag as we approach. Yeah, that's so these are kind of fun to play with, this banner board plugin, but all this lag that you're seeing me experience is because I have giant high quality PNG files, and so the server is struggling to load them when I get near. So this, in a similar way to the planning map, has a system where you can grab a book and quill over here if you're interested in the efforts of the Theater Guild, and you can write a request and send it to me. So anybody, if you want to engage in machinima, machinima is basically making movies, making films, shows, using a virtual environment. So we can, the Machinima Guild here is obviously grounded and has a connection to the Minecraft Multiversity Guild, but we will not have to limit our machinima to Minecraft as a medium. In other words, we can also make films in Fortnite, we can make films in any virtual environment. All it is us using the avatars in the virtual environment as our as our actors and as our costumes and stage and everything. And so, you know, that looks like me saying, you know, I can sit here and say, hello, I am Jeruvio, come and join the guild, blah, 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 blah. Except for, you know, we would have higher quality productions, possibly with scripts, possibly impromptu. I would love if there's anybody who teaches improv. That's been close to my heart for a while and something I would like to engage with more that I do not have expertise in. But I think doing improv in machinima is at least as valuable as creating more scripted works that involve a playwright, screenwriting, and all that kind of stuff. So again, just come over here, grab a book and quill, and mail me a signed letter if you want to join the theater guild. What else do we have? Language learning, let's check that out. So here we have the beginnings of our language learning plaza. And any of these realms or colleges or focus areas in the Minecraft multiversity are able to link players to other virtual environments and real world spaces by the simple fact that we can easily create hyperlinks and put up web addresses that will direct people to other areas. Now, I'm not a linguist, so I don't really have the ability to critique or evaluate the legitimacy of this image and this theory of language families. But I wanted to start off with I was looking for a fun, impressive image of a language tree for this space. So that's what I put up there. Over here, we have this article from New York Times that talks about the origins of language in Africa. Again, I don't know anything about, I don't have the background to critique or embrace this theory, but it's trying to say that human languages started in this area and then branched out from there because in that area of Africa is where you have the largest diversity of different sounds, and then everywhere else further out you get fewer and fewer sounds in the different languages. I have no idea about that. If anybody's a linguist and knows anything more about this, let me know. Oh, that's an interesting article. So here, these stalls are dedicated to different languages. And right now, they're just represented by these command blocks that will give you a sign. And all of these signs are in that Agile Open Command book that I showed you. And just to show you what a command block looks like, here's how this setup works. So you see the mechanism. So I just went into creative mode so I can do this easier. So this is a command block. I right click it. You'll see that there's a bunch of code here. This code is what is in the Agile Open Command book on that Excel sheet. So in other words, you could, using that Excel sheet without ever accessing our Minecraft server, you could recreate this stuff in your own single player or local multiplayer or in your own Minecraft server using that command book. And so by having a command block underneath these birch planks and a pressure plate on top, that activates the command block. I step on it and it gives me a sign that says Francais. I don't speak French, but I think that's how you say it. And so if you see here, it just gave me that sign. And now I can use this to dedicate to tell people, hey, this is a French language area. And eventually what I want to do, if we're able to grow the population on this server, is have portals that are part of these as well, where you step on one command block, you step on it, and it'll teleport you to an area where that language predominates, and it'll also give you a complete Minecraft book that has links to different resources and dictionaries for the language, potentially different mini games and all that kind of stuff. So here's the one for Olelo. So this one will give you one that just says Olelo Hawaii. This one will give you the bilingual one that says Olelo Hawaii and Hawaiian. That's how all of these signs are. What's great about Minecraft for this is it has built in, it can handle the written language, the script for a lot of these different languages. So it's really good to develop a multilingual learning environment. So folks who are interested in language learning, get in touch. Let's build this out. We have some people engaged with it already, but obviously you need a large and constant community for some of this stuff to work. Okay, where's my multiverse navigator? I lost it. Clear my inventory. BTP, anchor, spawn. So that's multiverse teleport. And I went to one of the anchor points that I created at the spawn to get myself back here. Because I want my navigator book, because I don't know what happened to it. Okay, here it is again. Now let's get over to the Hawaiian Kingdom and show you the Stardust Library before we move on. So we're going to go to Hawaii. So this is, I think this will take us to where the, oh, I should have showed you a better, cooler way to get here next time. I have a secret hideout in a mountain and I have my own teleportation room in my house with customized teleporters and a secret hideout with my own planning room and stuff. Maybe next time. Let's see, do we have any interactions on this chat? Can you let me know if the sound is working well? Anything? Welcome to our chat room. Oh, I guess I was able to see that the sound was working when I was in the open sim earlier. So that's good news. Okay, nobody watching right now. Well, that's good. Wow, this is taking me a long time to teleport to the Hawaiian Kingdom. Gonna have to upgrade this server. Yeah, anybody who ends up coming across this who is expertise in the high performance realm of maintaining Minecraft servers, would love for folks to share expertise on that. What I've been working with is through aclays.net, and I pay $40 a month for hosting that allows up to 8 gigabytes of RAM, of active memory that I can divvy up between different game servers. And right now all of the resources of that $40 a month are dedicated to this one Minecraft server. but there are more high performance solutions for the same price, but that require a little bit more maintenance. The nice thing about Accolades.net is I don't really have to know a whole lot about server maintenance. If I have any problems, I can ask the staff for support. So that's useful. But I don't like, if I don't like how slow this is, essentially. But it's been okay having, up to about a dozen, even 15 of us logged in at one time over the summer when we were using just one world at a time. We never had problems. But I started running into things slowing down when adding in all these different plugins and having a bunch of different worlds on the same server. So, as it's set up right now, kind of leaves space marked out in the ambitions of what's possible with it, but we'll probably end up scaling some of the efforts down, or we can use different solutions that will link multiple servers together and have each server dedicated to one particular world. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I don't know. Is it going to take us there? Go to Accolades.net to my command center and see what's going on with this, because it's just telling me not responding. Let's see here. Well, it's not telling me that there's a problem. I don't think so. Looking at the console. We'll go ahead and relog. But what happened? Why did I time out? Might have something to do with that local area. BTP. So see, this is showing you on the server where it's showing the issued server command. That's when I click that place in the book, it takes me to those areas. So I'm probably going to just jump straight into Fortnite, because for Destiny and for Final Fantasy I can leave links for my initial gameplay in those areas. So I'm going to go ahead and get Fortnite going. Or start updating that launcher. It's kind of too bad that we crashed while I was trying to take you to the Hawaiian Kingdom in Minecraft. Oh wow, my computer's really not happy right now. I'm trying to make it do too many things at once. But we do have a lot of interest in Fortnite, so I will try to dip into that before we leave. And now the thing about Fortnite that was recently added, they recently added a creative mode, which is very useful for obvious reasons. For learning purposes, because we can create custom environments. It's not, I still have a preference for Minecraft in terms of custom building, even though it's blocky, because the building in Fortnite creative mode is kind of like prefabricated kits, and it's a little bit less freeform. But using the creative mode to create custom scenery, and then playing together to create machinima in Fortnite, and using the playback mode or the replay mode, we can do a lot of really interesting role plays, and machinima works in Fortnite that I think will have a lot of currency and use because of the medium itself and how much so many people are into that. Okay, searching for Epic Games. Launcher. Well, sorry folks, I might have to actually shut down this broadcast because I don't even know if this is still working. My computer is showing me my brightness settings right now. So I think I need some more high performance equipment for this to work out better. Let's see. Okay. Epic Games updating. Currently AFK. Lobby. Just in case anybody misses that.
watching on the sheet there, I'm not able to update Fortnite right now because Epic Games launcher is moving super slowly, and I think it's too much for my computer to handle right now. So I'm going to try one time to log back into Minecraft and see if I can show you the Hawaiian Kingdom map and the Stardust Library, because some of the books there are worthwhile, and to just kind of get the idea of how that library system works, and also kind of what's possible with maintaining this place-based focus, right, in the digital environments, as an online and place-conscious course for a world in which many worlds fit. So I'm broadcasting from the Hawaiian Kingdom, currently occupied by the U.S. military, in violation of the Geneva and Hague conventions and international law of occupation. And so that's kind of important. We'll be engaging a lot with, let's close this Epic Games launcher. So we'll be engaging a lot as the course develops with what's going on Mauna Kea against the 30-meter telescope. And like I was showing in the beginning with this Epic Games launcher is not really close, with creating an indie media center in OpenSim, we can also do projects that engage and can teach local kids and folks all around the world about the struggle at Mauna Kea as well, since that's obviously a location that we have in the Hawaiian Kingdom map. And so the Hawaiian Kingdom map, it's this 1:30 scale version. Was it closing? Task manager. So it's 1:30 scale version of that was created using the topography from different shuttle radar missions. And we're also able to create one-to-one scale versions of smaller areas. And in order to include all of the islands of the Hawaiian Kingdom in the same Minecraft world, the best I could get was 1:30 scale. And then when we want to zoom in on different areas, we can make it so that people walk into that area and from the 1:30 scale, and they jump into a 1:1 scale version of a more particular area, such as the Manoa campus, Manoa Valley, on Oahu, or Mauna Kea on the Big Island. All kinds of stuff is possible there. Now it's not showing you my screen here, but I just have a green screen. I'm trying to open my task manager here to close Epic Games. That's all I want to do, because you are not responding. Oh, now it wants to respond as soon as I get to close it. Yeah, we're not doing this. Alright, well folks, I think I'm not going to try logging into Minecraft again because I've only got about 3 minutes left.
And the way my computer is right now, I don't think it's gonna happen. So now that I'm getting this streaming situation down a little better, hopefully I'll have a better broadcast for you next week. I didn't see anybody sharing their 10-week plans, so I've left that kind of open to this point. I'm going to go ahead and put my 10-week plan out in the next 48 hours, so folks can follow that and at least know a little bit better what's going on here. However, I am trying to schedule interviews, live interviews with different people, artists, creators, academics, persons, researchers, revolutionaries, all that kind of stuff. So if you have a particular subject that you want to share on in the broad theme of university to multiversity, get in touch. I'd love to have a live interview with you. If you're on Oahu, that could be face-to-face. If you're not, we could Skype or Google Hangouts, any of those video chat services, and make that part of the stream. So I'd love to interview you. Or if you want to come on the show and interview me, that's great too. Just visit this Making Kin with the Machines piece. I'll leave it at that. If you were going to focus on any one thing, this expansive syllabus, and you're looking for more direction than I've provided you in this labyrinth of a syllabus, go here. Go to that Making Kin with the Machines piece. That's a good place to start. And if you didn't already do this, do this. Share your 10-week plan with me. So I want to be tailoring the content that I'm doing on these sessions to the feedback that I'm getting from y'all. So I was hoping to get into Fortnite. But unfortunately, I did not update my stuff in time, and the computer's not cooperating. And, since we're trying to make kin with the machines here, I'm not going to push my luck. So thank you, my good Alienware friend, for being with us for so long. Yeah, take a look at this. So since I cannot show you in Minecraft itself the books, you can go here to the blog. You can see what we started doing with some of the books. And so this piece is currently in progress. I started adapting this article to a Minecraft book, and I would like to finish that. So go to the Stardust library. You can see some of the screenshots of what that looks like. So go here, Stardust library, and then look for the Making Kin with the Machines piece. It's not on this main page. I'm very impatient. Okay. Oh, there's all those good things. Check it out. Don't be a stranger. Leave a comment. Shoot me an email. All the good stuff. Peace.